This is Laika Maravilla, a registered psychometrician, a trying hard educator, motivational speaker, and author. And it's time for us to share stories, insights, and lessons as we keep trying hard to be better together. What is it like to be a woman in science? We have a very special guest in this episode, and I can't wait for you to meet her right now. All right, and welcome to another episode of the Trying Hard podcast. Today, we have a really special guest, the one, the only, the Filipina who proved Einstein right. We have Dr. Reyna Reyes. She's a Filipina scientist, educator, and public speaker.
Hello, Laika and Team Laika. Thanks for having me. So excited na you're still growing and reaching more people, and thank you for inviting me here.
Thank you po for agreeing to do this. I know you're super busy. I know marami kayong pinagkakaabalahan. Isa lang yung show na yon, Sciences. And again, you can check it out. Nasa YouTube din yon. And we all know, Doc Reyna also has her very own YouTube channel. Introduce namin yun sa inyo better. We have a collab video coming up where we talk about yung tips naman niya kung paano gumaling sa science. So, kanino ka pa maghahanap ng tips kundi sa isang Pinay scientist? And Doc Reyna will talk about that soon. Okay? But for today, let's jump right in sa una at mabigat na tanong sa Trying Hard podcast, Doc Reyna. Kagaya ng ibang mga nag-guest na rin dito at kagaya ko na inaamin din ito, question ko po, trying hard ka rin ba?
Every day, every day. Every day brings new challenges. As you mentioned, I have many hats. So, iba-ibang challenges. Maging teacher, maging data scientist, maging even nga YouTuber or aspiring YouTuber. And always, I want to do my best and try hardest to be good at what I do and to be parang to share something of value to my teammates, and to everyone who is, diba, being affected by the video or the analysis or the class, and I think that's something that motivates me every day.
And thank you for sharing that, Doc Reyna. No? So, kasi again, one of the hurdles that I think a lot of people face whenever they're trying to parang be better, or whether it's being a better person or being better in their field, mayroon talagang psychological, mayroong mental na wall sometimes na parang, wait lang, am I trying too hard? Or would it look better if I'm just instantly good at everything that I touch? And just you hearing that, I know will bring a lot of healing and encouragement to the people listening right now. So we all struggle a little bit here and there.
So, I try hard every day. We try hard every day kasi yung mga ginagawa natin, hindi pa naman natin alam. Kumbaga, kahit na ang dami na nating alam, ang dami na nating training, ang dami na nating ginawa para mag-prepare. So gusto ko lang i-share na dun sa iba-ibang ginagawa ko at iba-ibang ginagawa natin, laging hindi mawawala yung feeling ng anxiety. Ang point is, kung alam mo na yung, I guess ganito rin, diba? The flip side is, kung alam mo na yung ginagawa mo, na parang susunod mo lang yung steps 1, 2, 3, and syempre kayang-kaya mo na yon kasi kabisado mo na siya. Ang mangyayari naman, sobrang boring naman, kasi paulit-ulit lang yung ginagawa mo. Pero dun sa work natin, yung gusto nating kind of work is yung challenging din, di ba? Meron siyang challenge kasi meron ka namang bagong kailangan gawin, bagong kailangan pag-isipan, bagong create, bagong i-share.
Yeah.
And ang na-realize ko is part and parcel of that is yung anxiety, yung feeling na hindi ka up to it or hindi ka perfect for it.
Yes.
Pero actually, no one is perfect, di ba? At hindi tayo magiging perfecto. So, parang ang realization doon is kailangan natin i-accept na part yun ng paggawa ng creative and challenging work. And actually, that's better than the alternative na boring and paulit-ulit na work at walang growth kasi hindi na tayo gagaling o hindi na tayo matututo ng ibang bagay. So, yun, na by expanding, by stretching ourselves, we grow. Di ba? We grow as people, we grow as scientists or kung ano yung professions natin. Pero at the same time, hindi natin may iwasan na kailangan niya ng effort at kailangan ng maging comfortable with change and kailangan mag-try hard every day.
Okay na, kahit yung part lang na yan. sobrang meaty na niya for everyone listening, I feel it. And there's, again, a lot of peace that comes with it. Like, at least you shared feeling nga na yun, na yung always anxious, always feeling na, wait, is this enough? I'll try even harder next time. It's something na I think we should really talk about, na hindi na siya nakakahiya. Kasi sometimes, di ba, feeling ng mga tao, if you don't try, mas maganda. Ibig sabihin, innate talent siya. Ibig sabihin, magaling ka talaga. But I love what you said about how this is what science is, basically. I hope you agree, no? Di ba? Parang, what is science but asking questions and relentlessly exploring the possibilities, looking for questions and stuff like that. So if you want to be a scientist, but you don't want to try, if you don't want to push the envelope and keep exploring, parang mahirap yata pagsamahin yun. No? So isa-segue ko na, Doc, sa inyong story. Like, how did you end up being a scientist? Kasi, and I'll just share a bit of an anecdote kasi I went to Science High School din, although sa kapitbahay ninyo, sa Quezon City Science High School. Pero hindi naman lahat na nag-Science High School nagiging scientist eventually. So, what made you make that decision na, okay, I'll be a scientist?
Oh, good. Maraming sagot dyan. Pero since nabanggit mo, ako din ay graduate ng Science High School, ng Philippine Science High School sa Diliman. And for me, naging malaking bahagi yun ng aking decision and eventual path na career na maging scientist. Kasi doon, una-una, ang sinishare ko about going to a science high school, yung mga, lahat ng kasama mo doon, mga, ano din, di ba? Mga mahihilig din sa science, mahihilig magtanong, kung kayong pinaka-curious o makulit doon sa grade school nyo, ngayon, pinagsama-sama lahat doon. So, parang mas naging comfortable, di ba? At mas naging, parang na-reinforce yung interest sa science dahil nakahanap ng mga like-minded na individuals, peer group mo. At the same time, napakalaking bahagi din ng mga teachers. Yung mga teachers naman dun sa Pisay ay talagang in-encourage yung interest namin sa science. And then of course, part na rin yun yung parang, kayo ang magiging future scientist ng bansa, ganyan. Although yun nga, syempre, hindi naman lahat, pero lahat naman tayo nagko-contribute in different ways, di ba? Dahil dun sa formation na nangyari nung high school tayo and yung quality education na binigay sa atin. And third, I think yung hindi man pinaka-importante, pero importante rin for me is yung nagkaroon ng mga role models na mga scientists. Kasi nung mas bata nga ako, siguro mga elementary school, di ba? Parang mahilig na ako sa science. So, masali ako sa mga science quiz bee, di ba? Sa math quiz bee. Favorite ko siya sa school. Nagbabasa about mga dinosaurs, black holes, di ba? Wow. Galaxies. As many kids do, di ba? Kasi talaga namang fascinating ito. Pero wala akong idea pa nun na pwedeng maging scientist. Parang, naisip ko actually maging astronaut. Kasi di ba, astronaut, moon, space. Pero hindi rin pala siya ganun ka-realistic na, although ngayon, baka pwede pa rin naman, di ba? Pero, nung na-discover ko na meron palang ganung trabaho na scientist, parang for me, it made sense. Kasi yung interest, pwede pala maging future career. And bago nun, naisip ko maging architect, kasi meron akong kuya na architect, pinsan na nag-study maging architect. Naisip ko rin maging lawyer kasi meron kaming family friend na lawyer. And then naisip ko rin maging businesswoman kasi yung parents ko ay entrepreneurs. Pero all that time, mahilig na ako sa science. Di ba? Yun yung share ko story. Kasi parang napakalaking ang part nun na meron kang makitang role model na yun yung ginagawa niya. And then it turns out na pwede mo rin palang gawin yon. So that led to eventually pursuing physics in college and in graduate school.
Bumibili ng planner taon-taon kasi New Year, New You. Oo. Pero hindi niya naman sinusulatan. Pala yun. Kasi daw pangit yung sulat niya, sayang yung papel. Tapos minsan, January, okay pa. Sinusulatan niya, ginagamit niya. February, okay pa. Tapos susunod niyang bubuksan, September na. Ganun ka rin ba? Ako rin kasi, kaya nga gumawa ko ng sarili kong planner. Ito ang planner na para sa mga try-hard, kagaya ko. At dahil hindi nakakahiya maging trying hard, mas nakakahiya to not try at all, nilagay na natin sa cover mismo. This planner is undated, kaya pwede mo simulan gamitin kahit kailan. At kung makakalimutan gamitin pwede mong gamitin ulit. Walang masasayang na papel. But I should warn you, this planner is not for everyone. Parang yung podcast natin. Others may look at it and say it's too much or it's too messy. Pero I made these choices para hindi kayo mahiyang gamitin. This is the kind of planner you can use and abuse. Aside from the monthly spread, weekly spread, at yung task list, meron din siyang mga activity sheets that you can use sa inyong journey sa personal development. At kung ready ka na bumili para sa'yo o para panregalo, you can go to bit.ly/tryinghard planner. And for the first 100 orders hanggang November 30, I will also include a dedication. Kung gusto nyo lang naman. You just let us know dun sa notes kung kaninong pangalan ang isusulat. Now, I always tell you to dream big, work hard, and start now. This planner right here is actually one of my big dreams, so thank you all for making it come true.
I love what you said, Doc Reyna, no, na it's really important to have role models Kasi, and again, we have a tiny sliver ng similar background in that science high school din ako. Pero the truth is, I finished science high school asking pa rin, ano nga bang ginagawa ng scientist? Kasi, di ba, like, sometimes people would say, oh, you'll be the future scientist. Pero, ang idea ng maraming bata, again, with no people around them in the same path, is that, okay, ang scientist naka-lab coat, di ba, kapag nag-dress up tayo sa school, that's it. May hawak na test tubes or a telescope or something. Pero we don't really know what they do. Parang there's this, parang halayo, sabihin na natin, nung ginagawa ng common tao, na sobrang parang unrealistic, or hindi naman unrealistic, pero unclear nung ginagawa ng mga scientists. So we really need to see you in action, which is, again, I'm really grateful that the generation these days have you on TV, have you on YouTube to look at. And not just because you are a scientist in your profession, but in many ways, again, this is a special naman din for the International Women's Month, that you are a woman. Kasi I grew up with, again, di ba, I don't know, no, pero ang generation ko mahuhuli, Bill Nye the Science Guy, right? These are boys. When you talk about scientists, ang mental picture ko ng scientist growing up was never a female. Honestly speaking, no? Kasi I never saw anyone na like that. So, isasegue ko sa question, Doc Reyna, na there unique struggles or challenges because you are a Filipina. Kasi in your bio, you do mention that you are a Filipina scientist. So yung Filipina leading na word into scientist, I know, is a deliberate decision. Are there any different insights into yung journey mo being a woman in STEM?
Yeah, definitely I can share some stories. Ituloy nga natin nung high school, ang role models ko din, naging role models ko is yung mga sikat na scientist. Of course, si Einstein, binasa yung biography niya, si Richard Feynman, Nobel Prize winning physicist na American. So hindi lang na lalaki sila, but also nasa abroad sila. Parang napakalayo nga sa mundo natin. Kaya malaking bagay yung nakamit din ng mga scientists na Pilipino din, Pilipina, and iba-iba yung backgrounds at nagre-research dito sa Pilipinas. Yun yung inspiration actually nung Pinoy Scientist platform na I started many years ago, growing and reaching more people now. It's on Facebook and Instagram. It's where Pinoy and Pinay scientists like me share about their work and their advocacy to the public and to young aspiring scientists. I think maswerte nga talaga tong generation na to kasi yun, nagkakaroon na ng yung information, di ba, is widely available. Noon, wala pang if you can imagine, wala pang internet. So, talagang libro lang, di ba? Ngayon, you can actually reach Stephen Hawking on Twitter, di ba? You can actually reach out to all these scientists or sa mga, or kung sino yung gusto mong, depende kung anong field yung gusto mong i-pursue. So, and also, yun nga, young aspiring astrophysicists, for example, reach out to me for advice. And yun nga, some of them are already well on their path. So that's really, something that means a lot to me as well.
Mm.
Your question, ayun nga, so eventually that led me to graduate school in Princeton, where Einstein also taught. And I'll share nga na even there, of course, I was young and looking for my place in the world, di ba? In science, anong research gagawin ko, who will I work with. And part of that is, parang nag-work ako or nag-approach ako ng iba-ibang professors. Karamihan sa professors ay lalaki pa rin. But in particular, but I was also lucky to be able to work with women collaborators. And I think, to be honest, nakatulong din talaga yon yung mga naka-work ko na babae ding associates in my career. Yung i-share ko na story is one of these professors that I parang started to parang explore working with or collaborating with, work in cosmology, theoretical cosmology. And part of it, merong class na parang he encouraged me to take a class that related to that research. And so I took these classes. And then it's just like one time I realized na ako lang ang babae dito sa class na to. Like there may be parang 15 or 20 people and ako lang yung babae. Tapos also I'm an Asian, di ba, in Filipina. And looking back now, I think that actually was part of the reason why I didn't parang pursue that project. So meron pa rin mga nandun pa rin tayo sa male-dominated ang science, di ba? Pero for me, the good, the continue the story is I eventually found, di ba, collaborators and found a research that also made me comfortable and eventually naman successful yung collaboration.
Yes.
So part of it is also finding your place, and of course working together so that there will be more parang na mas marami yung ganong opportunities, di ba? And eventually, hopefully, any field now will be welcoming and will have a good mix of all genders and mas diverse, even in terms of backgrounds and perspectives. Well, it's true, and it's part of the journey, di ba?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And again, we're grateful na at least for the younger ones, every woman that makes it in many ways survives, diba? Runs the gamut ng accreditations, education, and everything. Every woman who hurdles that makes it easier for the next woman. Kasi there's already this path na kahit paano we've seen that it's possible. And of course, at least, diba, the next time that like an aspiring young astrophysicist who's female enters the room, they already have you there in the room. So at least you have one already. Now you just need to take up more space. And I agree, it's not just here. It's not just in the field of STEM, I guess. In many other fields, it's the same.
So I guess yung dun is, I guess part of the lesson there is that you have to keep trying, di ba? If dahil nga mas merong challenges that we face, but maybe others don't. I'm just saying that systematically, yan nga yung problem, di ba?
Yeah.
Kaya more people, more females leave or hindi na-run yung gamut, as you said. So, as individuals, if we keep trying, then we have a better chance, di ba? And then as a community, we have to work nga together so that hindi ganun na kalaki yung imbalance in opportunities and challenges that women and men face in science.
I love hearing that, Doc Reyna, no? And again, I'm grateful as well kasi, and this isn't something you talked about before, no? Pero like your decision, kasi I have a pretty close friend when I was in high school. She is a soil scientist. So hi, Nicola, in case you're listening. But she is working abroad. Actually, most of my batchmates who went into science as a career, they are someplace else, pursuing their dreams someplace else because it's, again, the realities of funding and challenges and limited opportunities here in the Philippines is very real. And we know that for certain. But what made you choose to come home and take it even a step further in like setting up this Facebook page, this Instagram page where Filipino scientists can gather? And even, can I just say, mad respect for you agreeing to do sciences? Kasi something that I haven't talked about, I think. Knowledge Child and I were in talks of parang creating a show like that then before the pandemic hit. But I was really hesitant kasi sabi ko, parang I can't handle a full production kasi I make my videos by myself. So I can kind of deal with my anxiety. Pero hindi ko kaya to be like a face for a show like that. But you were the one speaking in front of a camera, in front of a film crew, doing all the research behind the scenes pa and the scripting and everything kasi they told me your story. And you are trying to basically explain science in an easier way sa mga kids. Like, why would you give up, say, yung track na international scientist and come home? What made you make that decision?
Yeah, marami ring sagot dyan. Pero yung isang, tama lahat ng sinabi mo. So, for me, naging part ng decision ay yun nga, ay connected dun sa desire to contribute to the science landscape here and seeing na ang daming pwedeng gawin, di ba? Ang daming magagawa by coming back. So, yung isang analogy na sinishare ko, which is, totoo naman, it's like choosing between being a small fish in a big pond or bigger fish in a small pond. And then meron pa akong parang modification doon na parang it's a small and dirty pond, but you can clean it. Yung mga fish natin, di ba, we're helping to make the pond better, di ba, maybe grow more lotus flowers, parang make a better pond for the rest of the fish. Yes. Ang daming fish, di ba? Daming fish dito daming fish dito sa pot natin. And no regrets. Yan, I respect all, di ba, Filipino and Filipina scientists working all around the world, and that's part nga of Pinoy. The Pinoy scientist community is actually global kasi we are working here and all around the world, and that's part of our contribution. And hopefully nga we can all work together, di ba, to help the next generation of scientists where we are, and especially of course the Philippines, because we have the connection and the heart for our fellow Filipinos.
Thank you, Doc Rain. And yeah, totoo yun. Okay, and I'm not saying that one choice is better than the other. It's just that, again, kanya-kanya din tayong stories, contexto, opportunities din, if you think about it. So again, I'm not saying that one is better than the other. It's just that I know that probably when you made that decision, as a scientist, you laid all the possibilities and the realities and all of these possible challenges you would encounter when you choose to, say, help affect public policy, help affect yung narrative when it comes to science and truth and facts in this climate that we have in the Philippines. And I know you probably knew that it was going to be challenging, but you still made that decision. I love the analogy about the pond. I agree. In many ways, I feel the same way in what I do. It's not even doing things at scale na parang if I stay here in this pond, in this dirty, murky pond, ay maayos ko siya. Minsan it's just cleaning yung corner ng pond na yon and keeping yung grime and the everything else away from that little corner, just so some of the tadpoles can survive. Parang ganun. Kasi you're basically protecting, in a way, the next generation or clearing the way for them para at least some of the obstacles will be more manageable. So again, I'm grateful for you and what you do. I know you mentioned it in passing, but can you say it again, the Facebook page and the Instagram account, just for the kids then who want to be inspired by Filipino scientists from all over the world? What's the name of the page po again?
Yes, it's Pinoy Scientists. It's on Instagram at Pinoy Scientists, one word, and Pinoy Scientists, 2 words, on Facebook. And there's a Pinoy Scientists taking over the page every week. Wow. And you can ask them questions. Yeah, reach out to them through those platforms.
Great. Again, sana bata pa ako, Kasi again, I keep asking that question talaga ng bata ko. Ano ba talagang ginagawa ng scientist? Like, you keep telling me na I'm paging scientist ka, but I don't know exactly what. So, yeah, for the kids listening, we have a lot of kids listening. I think about 30% of the podcast are younger than 18 years old. So, it's quite unique actually in the Philippines. Kaya, for those of you interested to have a first-hand parang first-person perspective din sa buhay ng mga scientists, working scientists natin, go and visit that Facebook page and the Instagram account. Okay, you will probably find me there as well. So, Doc, we'll wind things down. I wish I could spend even more time with you, but I'm just hoping that we can talk again for another episode soon. But this is a question I keep asking all the guests then. Like, you've done all these things. You've gone to another country to study. You've gone back to the country. You're on all these platforms. And I know, again, you have a YouTube channel. But is there something else naman that you want to try? Meron pa ba?
Nako, na-cover mo na yung sagot ko dapat.
Yeah, you can say that. Okay naman, Doc. Para malaman nila. I think meron pang mga hindi alam to eh.
Hindi, pero yung YouTube channel, kasi, okay, say, gusto ko pang i-try gumawa ng more YouTube and better YouTube videos. Kasi bago pa lang siya, nakailan pa lang, ang dami ring possibilities eh. So,
yes.
Inspired by what you guys do then, yeah, I'm hoping that to grow that more.
Doc, paano nila mahanap yung YouTube channel mo? Ano ang iyong handle sa YouTube?
Okay, it's Dr. Reyna Reyes on YouTube. And don't leave the link then here so that people can check it out.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. If you're watching, whether you're watching Supercut or you're looking at the notes, the links will be there as well. Doc Reyna did a really good discussion using balls. Hindi ko sasabihin yung exact lesson, no? Kasi I want you to find out. But it's a really simplified explanation of something that's really mind-blowing if you look at it on a book. So go ahead and check it out. Dr. Reyna Reyes on YouTube. And Doc, I'll say it here para on the record. I'm all for like whatever I can do to help you with that YouTube channel as well. Just let me know. I know a lot of kids actually ask me for tips na parang, Coach, paano naman sa science? Anong masasabi mo about science? Can you make science discussions? Ito na, we have one of the pioneers when it comes to astrophysics here in the Philippines. Doc Reyna will answer your questions sa kanyang YouTube channel. Kaya punta na kayo doon. In many ways, this is a way for us to funnel you doon sa napakahalagang resource na ito. And again, we have a full episode on the Team Laika channel sa YouTube. Paano ba gumaling sa science with Doc Reyna as well. Kaya panoorin niyo yun sa YouTube at ituloy natin ang conversation na ito. Okay? So again, Doc Reyna, just maybe say something, encouraging words or any advice for women, for the young ladies listening here, or even the young men listening who want to make it when it comes to STEM. Anong masasabi niyo po sa kanila?
Yeah, definitely. I say go for it. Yung interest nyo, pwede nyo ituloy-tuloy at maging fulfilling career and life as a scientist. Hindi parang ito lang yung job na magagawa natin, yung na-enjoy natin, magtanong, mag-figure things out, come up with new solutions, and you get paid for it. Kahit na wala kayong, hindi kasi ganun karami pang scientist sa Pilipinas, so pwedeng kagaya ko, wala kayong kilala or kamag-anak na scientist. Ang payo ko is to reach out kasi meron naman nga mga Filipino and Filipina scientists. We're here. It's a small but growing and very active community, and we're here to guide you, to guide the next generation. So look for your role model and for a mentor. They will guide you on your way to becoming a scientist yourself.
We will hold you to that then, Doc Reyna, when some of the kids specifically request for you as their mentor. But again, you can keep the conversation going. Check out the Facebook page, check out the Instagram account, and of course, visit yung YouTube channel ni Doc Reyna. Catch her videos din sa Knowledge Channel. And just learn from her and learn from all of the Filipinos and Filipinas in the field. You know, one of the limitations na I guess we hear when we are kids is that your gender limits you or puts a cap on what you could be. But we have Doc Reyna here saying na basta tuloy lang, di ba? Magpatuloy lang tayo. And we can be part of the statistics that goes against the norm. So, tuloy lang tayo sa pagiging try-hard, mga try-hards. Thank you for listening to the episode. Again, follow, subscribe to this channel ni Doc Reyna. Follow this podcast if you want more. Keep the conversation going. Go and visit the YouTube channel. And as we always say, dito sa podcast na ito, we are the people who dream big, work hard, start now, and aren't ashamed to be called try-hards. Kaya, tuloy lang tayo. We'll talk to you soon.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.